William Ruto is an expert in creating narratives. He is very good. And many people fall for it. I have fallen for it before. He created a narrative against Uhuru Kenyatta that he's a drunkard, and he convinced us Uhuru Kenyatta is a drunkard and is useless. And we all disobeyed Uhuru Kenyatta, embarrassed him, shamed him, because William Ruto convinced us that Uhuru Kenyatta is a drunkard, is a useless man. And he deceived all of us. We hated our own president, our own son, and refused to listen to him. He is very good at creating narrative. That narrative that Rigathi Gachagua is tribal is a narrative created by William Ruto, because there is nothing else he can say about me. I have not been involved in corruption. Had I been involved in corruption, he would have been taken me to court by now. Had I done a single deal with the government, today I would be in prison. He has nothing against me, because anything I have said has come to pass, and people know I'm a man of integrity. So he says is that Rigathi Gachagua is tribal. But nobody listens in Kenya. The reason being, Rigathi Gachagua is not tribal because when William Ruto stood as president, he was not Kikuyu, he was Kalenjin. There was a candidate called Mwaura Wahiga. If I was tribal, I would have supported Mwaura, not William Ruto. When things were working for him, he had such kind words about me when I was supporting him. This guy is a people's person. He cares for the ordinary people. He's a great mobilizer. He loves his country. You play the clip, what he said on May 15 when he unveiled me as running mate. It was the best poem I've ever had in my life. He had such lovely and kind words about me. But now that I disagreed with him to tell him you cannot kill children, you cannot steal the country's wealth, then he says Rigathi Gachagua is a tribalist. My daughter, please, don't fall into that narrative. When you are here, you talk about Kenyans, you don't talk about America. Every group of people have some identity. Never allow anybody to make you feel embarrassed about who you are and where you come from. That narrative by William Ruto is meant to intimidate the Kikuyu nation and to make us feel sorry about who we are and challenge our capacity to work hard. And that is why when I get an opportunity, I must remind the country that the Mount Kenya people have not been given any advantage by anybody. They are wealthy, they are enterprising because they work hard. They are industrious, and they must be allowed to be. If I keep quiet, the people will be intimidated to feel sorry about themselves and who they are. Nobody has given the people of Mount Kenya any advantage. If you want a loan, you must pay security. If you want a business, you must pay licenses. The people are simply hardworking. By me saying they are hardworking, I never said anybody else is lazy. No. I don't believe in negative ethnicity, but I believe in affirming my people and who they are, and I defend them from intimidation. My daughter, if you follow what happened 2 weeks before I came to America, you realize why I have to defend the Mount Kenya people. Businesses for the Mount Kenya people were targeted for destruction. In other areas, they were not destroyed, because they wanted to intimidate the people of that region into silence. If you look at the people who were arrested, and taken to court. 92% are from that region and charged with terrorism. If you do remember, there was a meeting in Mount Elgon where William Ruto was seated, and the MP for Ebuya West, Honorable Wanyama, said that all communities will gang up to isolate the mountain people. And William Ruto was there laughing and clapping. Somebody must defend the mountain. If all of us get intimidated and allow the people to be intimidated and to be made to feel sorry as to who they are, what happens? And I say, I don't have to be president. I don't have to be anybody in Kenya. And if I'll be nobody, because I stand with people, let it be. I supported William Ruto knowing he's not a Kikuyu. I and the people of Mount Kenya are nationalists. We are good people. Against the advice of Uhuru Kenyatta, our own son, who was president, he told us, this man is a thief, and if you elect him, you shall suffer. And we said, no, we promised him. We have an arrangement, we are honest people, we are men of integrity. Let us give him a chance, because we are not tribal. Had we been tribal, we would have listened to Uhuru Kenyatta, our own son. So let nobody tell us that the Mount Kenya people are tribal. Please give us a break. We are not. We are good people. And that is why you find today all other communities are happy to work with us. Because we are good people, we are honest people, and we are nationalistic. And we are part of Kenya. But that does. Na nimekuja hapa Amerikani kusisisa ground. Ground ya hapa inasemaje? Ati mnasemaje? Hapa Amerikani ni one time? Are you sure? Wacha nione kwa mkono watu ya one time. Wow. Thank you very much. Why one time? Why? Why one term? I was on the ticket that brought in William Ruto as president. I was his running mate, and we ran on a joint ticket. And we made many promises to the people of Kenya. And I trusted William Ruto. I went to the elections with him without a written agreement, without a political party, without any negotiation, because I'm a very trusting person. Because when you are honest, you think other people are honest like you. When you are somebody of integrity, you are forgiven for believing other people have the same integrity. We promised many things, and along the way, the people of Kenya, including the ones here in the States, are very disappointed. And along the way, I found that I, just like the rest of Kenyans, had been deceived. All of us were conned. I heard William Ruto the other day say that the people who are opposing him are like wash conmen. He should go to the mirror and look at himself. All of us were conned, and most of us feel terrible about it. But we give ourselves encouragement that if bishops were conned, reverends, pastors, evangelists, prophets, people who live in America with the whites, yourselves, you are all conned. Who is Rigathi Gachagua, a villager from Wamonyoro? And you know, why most of us fell into this trap is because we are Christians. And we believe in God. And if anybody comes with a Bible and confess that he is saved, we dare to believe that person. So this guy came with a Bible. He was quoting the Bible without reading. From the book of Genesis to Revelation. He would sing all Christian songs in all local languages. And we were all persuaded that for the first time, we have a candidate of the church, a good man, straightforward, honest. We all believed him and we gave him our vote. And most of us went out of our way to campaign for him very aggressively. And he became president. 1 year into the leadership, I realized I had been conned and Kenyans had been conned. And I started asking questions. And it became difficult for me to stay with him because I am truthful and he is a liar. And truth and lies do not coexist. It's like water and oil. And it became very difficult for us to stay together. Mostly because of lying to the people of Kenya on all the promises we had given the people of Kenya. He told us the bottom-up economic transformation model is for putting money into people's pocket. Within 6 months, instead of putting money in the pockets of the Kenyan people, he came and removed the little they had in the pocket through excessive and unreasonable taxation. And I told him this is not right, it's not fair, it's not what we promised the people. And he said, those were just promises. That was just campaigning, my friend. I said, but we told the people, we promised them. Along the way, it became very difficult because we did the exact opposite of what we had promised the people. We had told the people of Kenya we shall never carry out evictions and demolitions without giving people adequate notice and giving them alternative accommodation. And that started in earnest. When I raised it, I was told off. Corruption, stealing of public funds. The e-citizen platform is a conduit for theft of public funds. The Auditor General has issued a report to say those funds cannot be traced. More than 45 billion Kenya shillings that have been collected through the e-citizen. That money cannot be found anywhere. The affordable housing program is a con. Governments all over the world don't put up houses for people. Governments provide services, roads, water, electricity, drainage, sewage. And then the private sector will do the houses. Mwai Kibaki, the celebrated third president of the Republic of Kenya, never did any housing program as a government program. But he did put up the Thika superhighway. He opened up all the bypasses. And the houses came up on their own without his intervention, without any government intervention. That's the way you do housing. You don't have to do houses. You just put up the infrastructure and the Kenyan people will do the houses. So things became very difficult. The opposition was captured. Raila was bought and pocketed, and he started singing. He became a member of the praise and worship team. But he became the soloist. Parliament was captured. All institutions of oversight were captured. And there was nobody to talk for the people of Kenya. As it happens, nature abhors vacuum. So, since there was nobody to talk for the people of Kenya, some little boys and girls not known by anybody before, called the Gen Zs, came up to fill up that space and started demanding transparency and accountability for the people of Kenya. They started challenging taxation. And that is where now I differed completely with William Ruto. She went for these children with a brutal efficiency. Young children were abducted and held incommunicado and tortured into silence. Then the killing began. And that's when I told him it is not acceptable and I cannot be party to it. Because one, I'm a parent, I have young boys of the same age. Two, I'm a Christian. Number three, I'm a human being. And I said no. So 2024, June 24th, a decision was made to kill our children. And I disagreed with it as Deputy President. And I was left out of the decision-making process. On 25th of June 2024, young children were butchered in the streets of Nairobi. I flew to Mombasa, I called a press conference as Deputy President, and I told William Ruto off. And I told him it's unacceptable to kill children. And I'm not part of it. And I condemned it as Deputy President. And of course, he began the process of removing me from office because of calling him out publicly. I had a choice to play along, let him kill children, be part of it, allow him to steal everything from Kenya, and stay in office and be a happy guy, fly all over the world, have security, have money and all that. But I chose to sacrifice my job for the sake of our children, for the sake of our country. And that's when he mobilized Parliament, spent over 5 billion shillings to bribe members of Parliament and the Senate to get me out of office. Along the way, he offered me 2 billion shillings to resign peacefully. I refused. I said I'll stand for the truth and for the people of Kenya. And since I left office, that is what I have done. And I have, with other leaders, kept the government in check and stopped most of the excesses. Had I mellowed and chickened out the way I was being advised by people to lie low and come and hide here in America, the wanton killing of our children, the raping of the Kenyan economy would have been to unprecedented levels. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but in my own small way, alongside other Kenyans, I have made some contribution to check William Ruto and government and slow them down. When he brought Raila, nikamuuliza huyu mzee umemuleta, asema bana, we are just managing this mzee. Tumtafutie kitu kidogo ya kukula anyamaze. Alafu tumwambie kuna hii kitu ya report ya dialogue apoe, lakini it will go nowhere. I want to tell you Raila Odinga, William Ruto told me that NADCO report will go nowhere. He's just calling you. And he has told Ichung'wa and company in Parliament to delay it until the next election. So you are there waiting for Ruto to implement the NADCO report. There is nothing, he will not do it. Again, he told me, and I have seen it has come to pass, that he'll be close to you and he'll divide ODM right in the middle. Today, as we speak, ODM fellows are abusing each other. The Luo MP leaders of ODM are abusing the Luya ones. And the Luya ones are abusing the Luo ones. Just what William Ruto told me. That I'll go near this ODM. It's a strong party. I will divide it right in the middle. So wewe mzee Raila, although watu yako wananitukana, wacha nikuchanue kidogo. Wewe Ruto atamaliza chama yako ya ODM. NADCO will never see the light of the day. Amefanya jensi wa kuchukie. Waluya wamekuacha, Wakamba wamekuacha, Wakisii wamekuacha, amekuachia Wajaluo nusu. By the time William Ruto is through with you, you will be nobody in Kenyan politics. Wewe uchanuke mapema kama mimi. Si ndio? Mimi niliona, you know, he was trying to divide my base ya Maulima into east and west, nikakataa. He wanted to divide the counties, Muranga atafute kiongozi, Kiambu kiongozi, so that he renders me and our people irrelevant. I refused. And I want to tell Raila Odinga, he'll destroy ODM completely. And you have seen it is happening. He'll undermine you in all areas you used to be popular. And by the time he is through with you, you will be a pale shadow of your former self. Ordinarily, I will not give you that advice because your people are not very nice to me. But because I'm a Christian and I'm an honest man, I think it's only fair to be nice to an old man. And tell him what I know and what I see happening. So mimi nimeshukuru. Tutashikana pamoja kwa one time? Yeah? Tuko hapo kwa one time? So I am very happy for listening to me, and I speak from the bottom of my heart. I love my country and I mean well. And I am determined. I have a very great resolve to join the rest of Kenyans to liberate our country and to bring meaningful change. And I am indeed very encouraged by the enthusiasm I have seen here in the States. I will leave here a better leader, knowing that I'm not alone, and go and tell the people of Kenya that your brothers and sisters and cousins in the United States are together with you. So you are prayerful people. Please continue praying for our country. Please continue remembering us in prayer. Please continue talking to people back home. Kenya is your country, and you have a responsibility to help us make it a better place to live in. And finally, you guys, when you work here, you must go home and retire. And you want to find a beautiful place, a peaceful place, a place where things are working, where health systems are working, where roads are passable, where there is water and electricity. So let us build this country together. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much.